Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Tower Defense 6. Sorry for taking like the whole week off last week, basically. But it was just a bit busy, you know, holidays and whatnot. But anyways, we are back on this daily challenge, which is actually the day before this is getting uploaded, because I decided to record this during lunch. My reasoning being that I'm probably not going to be able to get every day, or at least not. Well, I could probably record every day, or if I really try, I can get most days to record the daily challenge like as soon as I can, and I can try to go after views that way by like trying to be relevant basically and doing the daily challenges and all that. Or it would be better for me personally to just record during my lunch break and either do the daily challenge or just regular maps or something. And just kind of record that way and not really worry about the pressure of having to get the episode up as soon as I can right when I get home and spend like an hour and a half recording and then editing and uploading and all that, because I don't want to worry too much about trying to follow the trends and get a bunch of subscribers and views and make this a living again, because I tried that for a few years, and I think it would probably be best if at this point, at least for now, if I'm just uploading this as, you know, more of a personal hobby whenever I feel like it, rather than as a more direct pursuit as a YouTube career. But anyways, enough about that. This challenge is one that I almost feel like I've done already, because I know that it was like either hard or alternate rounds on this map. But this time I have to use the Druid, the Alchemist, and Oban, as well as the Monkey Village. And because I was thinking about it, the Druid can pop lead balloons with its lightning, and then it has just decent popping power in general. The Alchemist can also pop lead, and it has extra, whatchamacallit, it has extra damage towards Moabs because of its unstable concoction and all that. And what else? Oban, while he's kind of the only one with any camo detection, he only has camo detection in the sense that when he puts down the bush or the tree, it will pop camo balloons. So because that's not very reliable, especially for the later rounds, I figured I'm gonna need to use the Monkey Village for camo detection anyways. So how about I just make it a Monkey Intelligence Bureau, and then I just throw a whole bunch of Druids at it. So that's basically my plan going into this. I just want to use a bunch of Druids around the Monkey Village, because especially a Druid with radar scanner, so that it can pop camo balloons, it basically can pop every type of balloon because its magic can pop lead, and then the thorns can pop purple balloons, I believe. I didn't do that much like testing with it or anything. I probably should have later, but I'm pretty sure that the thorns can pop purple balloons without too much issue, or if it does still like take multiple hits to pop a purple balloon, they do fire multiple shots. And I do let this camo balloon get by because I was trying to save up like as fast as I could to get that radar scanner, but unfortunately I was just like one round too late. If I had maybe skipped on the regrow, or I don't think I did get the regrow, the anti-regrow thorns, I guess is what you would call it. I think maybe if I'd skipped out on the lightning, then I maybe could have done it, or if I had placed it in a better positioning and then didn't get the lightning, then I might have been able to get that camo balloon. Or if I had just started with like Oban or something, then I could have just used his bush ability to, Thornberry Bush or whatever it's called, to get the camo balloon. But anyways, so now I'm going to my second Druid, where I'm going for the Heart of Vengeance path. I'm never really a fan of the Heart of Vengeance or any ability that requires you to lose lives, because in general, when you're playing this game, if you're leaking lives, you're gonna leak a lot of lives, and like a little bit of extra attack speed isn't gonna help you. Although, of course, as always, when I'm playing this game, I have to eat my own words or whatever, because one, I just leaked that one camo balloon, and two, I'm pretty sure throughout this match, at least in the earlier rounds, I do leak a couple balloons. I don't think it's enough to actually lose any lives, which means it's not enough to activate the Revenge Druid ability, but I do think I lose a couple lives, like a couple of those extra lives. But anyways, I also wasn't really a big fan of the Druid in general because I didn't really enjoy using his Tornado ability, and then again with the whole Revenge thingy, and the middle path kind of being centered around getting more money using banana farms. So it doesn't really make sense for me to use Druids on this map, other than they're kind of the best one to use solo on this map, in my opinion. I mean, in this daily challenge, because the Alchemist is probably okay, but I feel like he would have leaked a lot of balloons in the beginning of the game, and I don't know if I would have been able to save up for a camo radar scanner on the Monkey Village. With the Alchemist, I feel like on the Alchemist I'd have to constantly be buying more and more in order to catch all the balloons. Of course, I didn't test it because I didn't think about it. I could always do that, like for tomorrow's episode or something, if you guys were really interested in that. But starting with Oben probably would have been a good idea in general, just because the heroes, they are pretty good. It's just, whenever I think about using Oben, my main focus or attention is always given to the bushes and the tree, or the trees, I guess. I never really think about his actual basic attack, because it always reminds me of Monkey Wizard with the magic, the guided missile or whatever it would be called. And yeah, there, I did lose like 2 lives from, I leaked like 1 blue balloon. But anyways, the Oben, I never really think too much about how strong his basic attacks are, because like his special passive ability is to put down a totem that slows down balloons that are nearby, but it has such a small range, and I can't even notice how much it slows it down, and it's just placed randomly, so I never really pay much attention to that ability. So that's why I never really think of Oben as a main attacker. He's more of just like a support, basically. Which of course would have been nice, I guess, because it also gives towers in range like extra pierce or range or something. But anyways, so here I don't think I have the Monkey Intelligence Bureau. Yeah, no, I was like, that doesn't look like a Monkey Intelligence Bureau, but it does have jungle drums. I think those are jungle drums on the side of it. And then I've got the 2. I don't think those are Pop Lust. I think those are just the Druids of Wrath. Which apparently it says that they increase attack speed the longer they're popping balloons for that round. So they're basically like Gatling guns, kind of like the Dartling gun, but you know, these are more similar to actual Gatling guns in the sense that they like wind up over time and get faster and faster, which would actually be an interesting upgrade for the Dartling gun if it ever did make its return, for it to have something like that where it just ramps up over time or something. But anyways, so I've got 2 of those, just for general popping power, and I've got the Wizard, well, the Druid of the Storm, I guess you could call it, with its Lightning Ball, to do more knockback, to be a bit more supportive, as well as just have that cool Lightning Ball to do extra popping power. And then I do have one monkey, the one next to that wizard, which I call it a wizard because of Bloons Star Defense 5, but I know it's not technically a wizard. But I have one monkey that has the ability, what's it called, the Druid of the Jungle, so that it can pop like singular balloons one at a time, which, I don't know, that just seems like a major downgrade, in my opinion. Like, maybe I'm not understanding how well it works or something, but it does have, I think, like infinite range, which is pretty cool, but just in general, it seems like, I don't know, it's just strange. I wanted to get it just in case like it could affect Moabs or something. That'd be kind of cool if it could just wrap around a Moab and take it down. I'm not sure if that's how that works. Again, I would have to test it. But I did want to use it just to make sure that if there's any like one random stronger bloom than normal, that it would go after that one. But obviously that's not really very specifically useful or whatever. And then finally getting that druid, the first one I placed, up into the Druid of the Storm to get the lightning ball and whatnot. And what else? Now I have the Monkey Intelligence Bureau, so I definitely can pop purple balloons easily. And really the only threat is Moabs, but I've got quite a bit of popping power with those Druids of Wrath, and now I've got a Pop Lust, which I believe it increases the speed of all Druids nearby, which is kind of interesting. Again, I'd have to test like how effective it is, because just watching it, I can't really tell. Like, it doesn't really seem that much faster. And the effect does stack with up to 4 Populus Druids, but I can't really fit 4 in there without like rearranging everything and selling it. And I didn't want to take the time to actually like pause and not send a wave and then like sell them and rearrange and all that, because then I'd probably lose some lives or something. I mean, I wouldn't lose some lives. I would just lose some money, and then because of that, maybe lose some lives or something. And so it's basically at this point where I realize if I can take down this BFB, I don't really have anything to worry about, because I mean, there you can see that I take it down to just the balloon layer by the time it passes the first time, and I'm pretty sure this is still an easy difficulty map or whatever. And real quick, I just got the upgrade to where it gains money based on how many banana farms are nearby, but it obviously does not have any banana farms nearby, so it's just 0 money. And I thought about how funny it would be just to constantly use that ability whenever I got it. But the main reason I did get that ability is because I was interested in trying to use the tier 5 upgrade on that monkey to basically like cover the map in Stranglethorns. Is that a thing? Is that something I'm remembering from World of Warcraft or something? I don't know. But anyways, that was my goal. But I could tell, like, without any extra source of income, like maybe if I had done the Alchemist with the gold balloon ability thingy, maybe then I could have. Excuse me. Maybe then I could have had enough to get a tier 5 upgrade, but at this point I'm more concerned about not wanting to use a continue, so I want to just beef up my defenses more rather than try to save up for a tier 5. So of course I've got the 3 Populus balloons, and then I'm pretty sure I sell that that other guy pretty soon, the one with the ability. But I keep trying to fit another druid right there, but it doesn't fit. But anyways, while I'm just beefing up my defenses and there's not really much to talk about, I did want to say that I'm very interested in trying to stream and or record on the Switch. I'm pretty sure I do technically have all of the required hardware and probably all of the required software. It's just a matter of actually figuring out how to set it up and get all the settings right and everything to be able to record and or stream on it. The main reason I wanted to do that is because of the game Warframe. Now technically Warframe is a computer game as well, and I do have it on the PC, and it would be pretty easy, I think, for me to just stream or record Warframe videos. But then the main issue, or not really issue, the main reason I was thinking about it is because Warframe is going to be coming to the Switch soon. Well, they say soon, but I don't know how soon that's going to be. But I think it would be really fun for me personally to either stream or record videos for the Switch, for Warframe on the Switch, and try to help out all the players that are going to be new to Warframe. Specifically new to Warframe, not just new to Warframe on the Switch. Just because I love Warframe. I've got hundreds of hours in that game, and personally I think it's one of the best games made by one of the best developers in the business. And I would love to support them in any way that I can by playing the game and giving it even more attention than it already has, you know, it's getting pretty popular. And if there's anyone listening to this video and or watching it that has not heard of Warframe and has not played it or anything, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. It's obviously completely different from Bloons Start 6, like almost as different of a game as you could imagine, basically. But if you're at all interested in it, I definitely recommend giving it a try. It's on the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and I think Xbox, no, not Xbox 360. Is it on Xbox 360? I don't know. I don't play Microsoft. Well, I'm on the computer, so I technically play Microsoft. But anyways, I think Warframe's an awesome game, and it definitely deserves some more attention, because they just had their convention for it and showed off a bunch of really cool things that are coming, and I think the game is awesome. But anyways, back to Bloons, or actually before I get back to Bloons, like I said, I do have the Switch and possibly all the equipment. Technically, now that I think about it, I could stream and or play Bloons Start 5 on the Switch. But, I mean, now that I have Bloons Start 6, and honestly, I'm kind of losing interest in it, which is kind of sad to say. But yeah, I don't know what I would do on the Switch version of Bloons Start 5 that I wouldn't just do, you know, on the computer version or on Bloons Start 6 or something. But I also have Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Shovel Knight, Mario and Rabbids Battle Kingdom, or Kingdom Battle, or whatever it's called. I technically have Fortnite on the Switch, but man, there's a whole issue with that. What else? Nothing much that I can think of, nothing that I think people would recognize. I could play more games on the computer. It does mean that I have to record it at home, which does kind of raise the same issue of having time to record it and everything. But anyways, if you guys have any thoughts on that, please feel free to let me know. Or if any of you know how to live stream a game on the phone but on the computer, like how I can stream my phone to the PC and live stream it or whatever. If any of you have any knowledge on that, please let me know. It would be very much appreciated, because I think it'd be cool to live stream this game for you guys so that you could actually have feedback and we could do some cool sciencey tests on Sandbox or something. But anyways, now I have 4 Poplust Druids, which means that they're basically attacking as fast as they can, and then 4 of the Lightning Ball Druids to make sure that they're just sending out all that lightning, just so much lightning, and all the whirlwinds to knock back the balloons towards the beginning of the track. And again, I'm basically just waiting to try to see, like, could I afford a tier 5? Maybe if I sold like all but one of my towers, then I could afford one, and it would probably be okay, but I figured it's probably not worth it to risk selling it all. And I could just throw in some Alchemist Monkeys or Oben or something and just see how much I can upgrade Oben in that amount of time. But it really does get expensive if you want to try just buying all the upgrades for the heroes. It's definitely worth it to try to just build them early and then have them upgrade on their own. But anyways, I'm glad I don't have to worry about regrow balloons with all those whirlwinds, because one, the Monkey Village helps disable the regrow effect, plus all of the lightning druids, all the storm druids, I gave them the anti-regrow attack, so that should definitely help. I don't know if it affects the lightning, probably not. I'm sure it just affects the thorns for the anti-regrow, but that would be cool if the lightning also disabled regrow. It'd be pretty awesome. And then the Poplust, I just have the lightning as well, so they don't stop regrow. But it's just all that lightning. I mean, just look at it all. It's amazing. And I never really pay much attention to how much extra health the fortified Moabs have. Fortified is a status that I tend to just ignore because of that. It just means more popping power. But anyways, here comes the ZOMG, which shouldn't be too difficult for 4 Poplust monkeys, or 4 Poplust druids, which, I mean, I guess the Pop Plus ability is only on the Druids, so don't really need to clarify that it's the Druid, or even that it's a monkey in general. But anyway, speaking of lightning, I think it'd be really cool to have a Tesla tower as a, tower monkey thing. But it would be pretty similar to the Druid, I guess. But anyways, taking it down to the BFB layer pretty soon, or pretty quickly, and then right into that stream of Moabs, and then the whirlwinds just knocking around those balloons. Pretty cool. So yay, I've stopped the nasty balloons. Let me know if you have any thoughts on what else I can do in Bloons Tower Defense 6, because like I said, I am kind of losing interest in it, which is pretty sad to say. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.